Namaskar, good evening. You're watching Nation Wants to Know and I'm Swati Joshi and we'll begin this broadcast with the big breaking news that we are just getting. A big snub to India's unifier just days ahead of Sardar Patel's anniversary. Mamata Banerjee has opposed centre's directive to celebrate the birth anniversary of India's Iron Man. Remember, it is the same Mamata government that honoured the famous poet Iqbal in 2015, who is regarded by many as the proponent of partition. But the same state today has snubbed the man who united India. This leads us to the big question. Are opposition parties snubbing India's unifier just to settle political scores with Prime Minister Narendra Modi? That's the big question. It is a big snub indeed from Mamata Banerjee to the centre. Let's go across to a reaction that we are getting from Mr. Partha Chatterjee.
Not dictate. We have a great respect to our national leaders, but whom to observe, the way of observations cannot be dictated by UGC. And how come UGC advised the vice chancellors of the state keeping the government in dark?
All right, we're now joined by Shreyasi. We're also joined by our senior editor, internal security, Nikunj Garg, and our consulting editor, Athar, also joins us on the broadcast. Let me first go across to Shreyasi. Shreyasi, what is the reason? Why is Mamata Banerjee opposing this idea of celebrating the birth anniversary of Sardar Patel?
Well, this seems to be the fresh political flashpoint between the centre and Mamata Banerjee's government, because the UGC directive, which was sent out to universities, has made a program that has to be taken as the Rashtriya Ekta Divas by the universities of India. And the state government here, Partha Chatterjee being the education minister, has told the media that they will not be following that directive. They have declined that directive, saying that the centre is trying to politicize the issue. They can't give direct orders like this. And the state government is always kept in the dark when such programs are made and such directives coming in directly from the centre goes to the vice chancellors of these universities. So this is a political war that has unfolded once again, and this is not the first time that the Mamata Banerjee government has declined such an event that is being held at national scale by all the universities. Earlier too, the state government has declined several directives that have come in from the UGC.
So another political flashpoint in a way between the TMC and the BJP and the Mamata government there feels that, this cannot be dictated to them. This cannot be imposed on them. Let's go across to Athar now, who I believe has that directive of the UGC. What does it say, Athar?
Well, there it is. It's in my hand. This is the copy of the directive. It's not a directive, really. I would like to clarify it. At the end, and before I come to the nitty-gritty of what it says, at the end, I must point out, Swati, it says you are requested. The wording is very clear. There is no directive, there is no shoving down anyone's throat. You are requested to conduct the events in your esteemed university and affiliated colleges to celebrate the occasion in a befitting manner. This is what it says. Let me just now go to the meat of what it says, really. As you are aware, the Government of India observed 31st October as a day to reinforce our dedication to preserve and strengthen unity to commemorate the birth anniversary of Sardar Patel. Till this particular line, it's all factual. There is no directive here till now. I go on. The occasion provides us an opportunity to reaffirm the inherent strength and resilience of our nation to withstand the actual and potential threats to the unity, integrity and security of our country. The following events can be. Swati, this is very important. It doesn't say the following events must be. It says the following events can be. It's a suggestive tone. It's a tone that is requesting all of this. And it says it can organize runs for unity by students, teachers and staff. Rashtriya Ekta Divas or National Unity Day can be pledged, taking ceremony to mark the occasion. Competitions can be held, quizzes can be held, debates on relevant topics. Wherever the NCC units exist, or army officers or ex-army officers, they may be invited. It doesn't say they have to be invited. It doesn't say they must be invited. It says they may be. Like I said, the tone is suggestive. It is one of request. But Mamata Banerjee's government and its ministers, they have somehow taken this to be a directive, which it's not, Swati.
So the nature of it is very, very clear now. Let me go across to Nikunj for more on that. Nikunj, it is very clear that it was just a request. It was just a suggestion. This was not being dictated or imposed upon the state. So one thing is very clear, that the message that the Mamata government is trying to send out here is that every such decision will be met with opposition, and a message that they are taking on Modi government.
Well, extremely unfortunate, Swati. The tonality of that directive is absolutely clear. It's not a directive; it's actually an advisory. This kind of advisory on all the functions that the government of India organizes and conducts across the country are given to all ministries and departments, including the state governments, departments and ministries. That's the part of the laid down process. Mamata Banerjee, having been a union minister multiple times herself, knows exactly what is the process. So this is needlessly creating a controversy. And remember, controversy about whom? Here is a man about whom most of the neutral observers and political observers post-independent India would agree that because of the hegemony of the one family in the affairs in the national affairs of this country post-independence, this man has never actually really got his what was due to him. And that this would be agreed by most political observers, most neutral observers, and even partisan observers would agree that Sardar Patel should have actually got much more credit for the unification and progress in the initial years as one country, one unit as India than he ever got. And that's unfortunate, but that happened because there was a hegemony of just one family in the national affairs of this country. Now, on the birth anniversary of on the birth anniversary occasion of this man, if you oppose it just for the heck of opposing, it certainly is extremely unfortunate, uncalled for, and creating a needless controversy on a solemn day.
Well, Nikunj and Athar, thank you for joining us, but Shreyasi will continue to stay with us. We're also playing out the graphics of how the Mamata Banerjee government in fact felicitated the proponent of partition, but when it comes to Sardar Patel, they have opposed this idea of celebrating his birth anniversary. Let me open this up and go across to there. On your screen is that graphics. Felicitated the grandson of poet Iqbal in 2015 in Kolkata. So, Mamata Banerjee government more interested in honouring the proponent of partition, but it clearly is insulting India's Iron Man by refusing to ask universities to organize an event for Sardar Patel on his birth anniversary. So let's go across to our guests now. Let's open this up. We're joined by Sayantan Basu, is the State General Secretary of BJP West Bengal. Manishankar Chatterjee, lawyer and TMC sympathizer, joins us, along with Neerja Chaudhary, senior journalist, and Ashutosh Mishra is also with us on the panel. Let me first go across to Manishankar Chatterjee. Tuin Sinha also joins us. Good evening to all of you. Manishankar Chatterjee, what exactly is the problem? Is this being done just for the sake of opposing and an attempt to politicize this entire issue? What is the problem with celebrating the birth anniversary of Sardar Patel?
First of all, I am saying that I have I duly respected to Sardar Patel. There is no doubt about it, and each and every conscious people of the West Bengal as well as India all are respect to the Sardar Patel. There is no doubt. You see the 2018 last few months, the Mamata Banerjee taken a decision, the initially given the decision by the High Court, and there is several person criticized about the after giving verdict by the High Court regarding the 10,000 rupees to the pandal, regarding the panchayat election.
No, I think you are comparing two very different issues.
Supreme Court clearly said and affirmed this. No. That's I am coming. It is a very simple matter. That the state government cannot direct or force to any state government to pay respect in this way, but by such fashion by the Sardar Patel or like that other. Article 254 of the Constitution of India clearly says that... Can the state government not request?
Can the state government not request? This is not being imposed. This is not being imposed. It's not being dictated. We just read out the advisory, and it is just requesting.
Each and every person has the right to request to the Mamata Banerjee. But Mamata Banerjee is not bound to comply this.
Yeah, but then what is the reason?
Why
That's what I'm asking. That is what I'm asking. What is the reason? Why is the Mamata Banerjee government hesitating?
May I kindly see? Modi Sarkar introduced Vallabhbhai Patel by replacing the Mahatma Gandhi. From beginning of the constitute of the BJP government,
right.
the Modi Sarkar criticized
that
okay, take a response
and try to replace the Mahatma Gandhi. Yes, you see,
this is the most.
To introduce the
can I come
Vallabhbhai Patel in the rupees.
Take a response, Mr. Chatterjee. You level allegations now. Take a response.
No, that's why.
Swati, this is the most decisive coming out of the closet.
I pointed out in the Modi
This is the
Sarkar.
most decisive. Yeah. So this is the most decisive coming out of the closet moment for Mamata Banerjee. You know, when she opposes the celebration of Patel's birth anniversary, she seems to have, you know, it is quite evident that she has a problem with unified India. What was Patel's biggest contribution to India? Unified India. He prevented the creation of many mini Pakistans like Hyderabad and like Junagadh. Today, Mamata's politics is all about creating mini Pakistans in India. You know, you will be shocked if I tell you, 2 weeks ago, there was a Pakistani journalist who visited Kolkata, and one of her Muslim ministers took the journalist around to an area in the port area of Calcutta and very proudly said, "Come, I will show you around the mini Pakistan over here." So this is the politics of Mamata Banerjee. She has been encouraging illegal migration. Just 2 months ago, you know, on NRC, she actually said that all the illegal migrants
of the situation developing in West Bengal? Is this just for the sake of opposing and an attempt to politicize the issue? Mamata Banerjee government saying we won't take such directives from the centre, but it actually is not a directive. Neerja Chaudhary, can you hear me, ma'am?
Okay, yeah, I didn't know that you were directing it at me. No, if you see, as far as restoring the balance between the Nehru family, particularly Jawaharlal Nehru, who had primacy, this is what a large section of our country feels, and the BJP represents that. And other leaders need to also be given primacy. That is concerned, there is absolutely no problem. As far as celebrating Sardar Patel's birthday is concerned, absolutely, he was a tall leader of India, as you said, who unified the country and stood for, you know, impeccable values that we all are proud of. Now, the thing is, how is it to be done? You say it is an advisory. If it is an advisory, again, no problem. The universities, affiliated colleges can decide whether they want to celebrate and the extent to which they want to celebrate. Now the problem comes, but that autonomy of decision is with the state government, is also with the universities in that particular state. Now if Mamata Banerjee in her wisdom says, I won't do it for whatever reasons, we can ask those questions very validly, why not, you know. But as I say, the scale at which, and you know what is actually happening, if there is a fiat either way, either from the UGC or from the state government, what you're actually doing is making Sardar Patel a leader of entire India only as a BJP icon. You're treating him in that fashion, which is really not fair to him. He was a Congress leader at that time. He was a national leader at that time. So I think, but having said that, you know, if you say if she doesn't do it, she's insulting Patel, I think that is an extreme position to take. Because
Ashutosh Mishra, where do you stand?
To say,
where do you stand
I will give primacy to some other leader of Bengal.
Ashutosh Mishra.
Swati, what Neerja ji was rightly saying, that Sardar Patel unified India. But what BJP is trying to do is to use him to divide India. Now, we should remember, it's the same Sardar Patel who had banned RSS. What BJP and RSS don't have their own icons, and they're trying to divide and rule, where they want to use icons from the freedom struggle.
So, my only simple question is, should his birth anniversary be celebrated?
They have this fascist tendency to ask people to do things.
Why should one have an objection to celebrating his birth anniversary, sir?
The issue here is,
irrespective of what the political agenda is.
For that, the students don't need a directive or an advisory from the centre. No, I couldn't hear you. Could you please
my question is, you are pointing out BJP's political agenda in actually, sending out this advisory. But what is TMC's political agenda in objecting? Why do they have an objection?
No, I can't speak for TMC. But we right now, just before Ms. Neerja ji, तो Tuveen Sinha was telling us a story about mini Pakistan. Now, this is the sort of fake news which BJP uses to spread and divide the country. Now, they are trying to play their politics using national icons when they don't have anything on their own. They have not contributed in any way to the freedom struggle, and now they are trying to appropriate national icons to try and there is only one
Ashutosh Mishra,
agenda they have, and that
I
is
will
somehow
take that question. I'll take that concern of yours across to Tuveen Sinha, but after a short break, we'll take a response from him. Stay with us. Welcome back. Let's straight away go across to our guest, Tuveen Sinha. Several questions were asked as far as this particular advisory or directive that others are calling it is concerned, that BJP is trying to turn a national hero into only a BJP leader. ये BJP की line of politics है, ये political agenda आपका है कि आप लोगों पर इसको impose करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं.
देखिए, आपने खुद कहा था, आपके जर्नलिस्ट ने खुद कहा था, एक डायरेक्टिव इम्पोजिशन हो ही नहीं सकता है. हम और ना ही सरदार पटेल कभी बीजेपी के जाने जा सकते हैं. he was what an ideal Congress leader should have been even today.
No, Ashutosh Mishra is saying that you are trying to project him. You're projecting him as a BJP leader. And how to celebrate it and video record it is also a directive, isn't it?
ये उनकी this is the guilt consciousness which Congress and other parties have today. We are basically reminding them of the nationalist ethos which top leaders should have today. Sardar Patel had it in him. Unfortunately, the opposition leaders don't have that nationalistic mindset today. Now coming to Mamata Banerjee, she has always had a soft corner for illegal migrants. 2 months ago, what was the statement she made when our NRC was being carried out in Assam? She said all the illegal migrants can come and settle down in Bengal, and I will support them.
Why are you going on to the topic of NRC, Tuveen Sinha? What is the correlation here?
No, because she has a fundamental, that is what I'm explaining, she has a fundamental problem with people who unify India. Her vote bank is illegal migrants. Her vote bank is people who have a fundamental problem with unified India.
Mr. Chatterjee,
that is precisely what I'm explaining. In all the riots which have taken place, in the last 2 or 3 years, whether it was Bashirhat or whether it was Malda, you look at the trends. Most of the violence was being carried out by people who were raising anti-India slogans, and these were the people who were illegal migrants. She supports them, and that is why she has a fundamental problem with people who unify Bengal.
But let's take a response from Mr. Chatterjee.
You pointed out, sir. You see, after formation of the government by the Modi, the Hindu and Muslim clash is going on in everywhere, every place in India. Why? Because the Modi tried to assemble the Hindu vote by ignoring the Muslim vote, and that's why Hindu and Muslim are separated, and
you can check the NRC
everywhere the clash is going on. It is a totally divide and rule policy made by the Modi government.
You can check the NCRB data, the National Crime Record Bureau. The clashes have not gone up.
is not a national leader. Netaji is not a national leader. Only Vallabhbhai Patel is a national leader. There is so many national leaders, but it is nothing but a political agenda of the BJP government.
As far as the issue of national leader is concerned, let me go across to Nirja Chaudhary also on that point. Is this not an attempt also by the TMC and the Mamata Banerjee herself, the government itself, Nirja Chaudhary, to try and portray Mamata Banerjee also as a national leader, कि सिर्फ वेस्ट बंगाल तक ही वो सीमित ना रहे, जिस तरह से वो एक गठबंधन भी बनाने की कोशिश कर रही हैं, सारे लीडर्स से मिल रही है और जो स्टैंड्स वो ले रही हैं सीधे one-on-one लग रहा है कि मोदी वर्सेस ममता में कहीं ना कहीं ये लड़ाई तब्दील हो रही है. Do you agree with that?
Hey, I think it's a bit early to say that. Mamata is trying to create a Gathbandhan and has been for some time, and the opposition has already stated they will take on Narendra Modi, who will be the leader of the Mahagathbandhan. We still don't know. But there is the one point I want to make here. The states are supposed to look after education. So I think had they wanted the universities and affiliated colleges to take this up as a program, as a courtesy, it might have been better to take the state government on board rather than bypass them. I think that's a very small courtesy required of the center, which could have been adhered to, which probably was not done. And the other thing I hear is there are 30 million unity pledges that the centre has asked be taken in the name of Sardar Patel on that day. So there is a campaign obviously around this whole issue.
But you believe that the state government should have been taken on board. On that note, I'm completely out of time for this debate. Thank you so much to all our guests. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for your time.